commit.
Okay, let's unpack this particular stage then. Our mission today is digging into one specific group from this whole album quest. Group 166. We're looking at the rankings and the pretty sharp reasons behind them.
And Group 166, it's a great example because the albums are so different. Really shows the range of the author's taste, I think.
Yeah.
You've got 90s pop rap, rock royalty, enduring pop. Quite the mix.
So who is in the running?
Okay, so battling it out in this group were Big Willie Style by Will Smith.
Okay.
Then the Deluxe collection from Tina Turner.
A classic.
Very Best of the Farm by, well, The Farm.
Right.
And Madonna's big compilation, Celebration.
Wow, okay. That is a diverse group. You'd think that would be a tough one to call.
You would, wouldn't you? But what's kind of funny is the author's first reaction. He wrote that ranking them was, and I quote, so easy.
Really? Easy. With those contenders.
Yeah. So the gap between the top two and the bottom two was just massive. So big that listening to them all several times, which the rules demanded, felt almost like an insult. His words.
Huh. That's quite a statement. But it shows he's sticking to the rules, right?
Exactly. It speaks to the rigor of this whole album quest idea.
Yeah.
Even if you think, you got to do the listening, put in the hours.
And that's the interesting part, isn't it? That need to listen repeatedly, even when it seems obvious. It's designed to, catch your own biases.
Yeah. Prevents you just ranking based on, like, the big single you remember from way back when.
Yeah.
You have to be fair to the process, even in a group that seems like a blowout.
All right, let's start at the bottom then. Who got cut first? The fourth place finisher.
Okay, so firmly in fourth, The Farm with Very Best of the Farm.
And reading the blog post, the author seemed to have a bit too much fun with the band's name when writing the critique.
Oh, absolutely. The commitment to the farmyard puns was, well, it was something else.
Like what?
Well, he talked about plowing through the songs, called the collection a poor crop, said they'd cultivated very few good tracks.
Oh, wow.
And suggested they be put out to graze. I think the word manure might have been creatively implied, too.
Okay. Points for dedication to the bit. But beyond the jokes, what was the actual musical criticism?
The main thing was their sound, described as kind of Happy Monday-style funky rock, but, like, watered down.
Oh, okay.
He basically said it only really worked as background music. If you actually focused on it, listened closely, it just sounded diluted under the scrutiny.
So not holding up to repeated listens then? Any exception?
Two, yeah. He did acknowledge their massive hit altogether, now called it genuinely excellent.
Which it is.
And also, I'm not your stepping stone. But that was pretty much it. Those were the only two decent plants in the field sticking with his theme.
Right. But wasn't there a really specific, kind of harsh point about a cover song?
Oh, yeah, the kicker. The Human League cover. He said, the Farm must be the only people on Earth who thought, Don't You Want Me, that ultimate synth pop classic, needed a guitar solo.
Ouch. That is specific and probably true.
It's that kind of detail, isn't it? In this album quest context, a weird creative choice like that on one track can just tank the whole collection's standing. Definite fourth place. The material just couldn't handle the scrutiny.
A clear, if kind of brutal, verdict. Okay, let's move up. Third place, just missing out on advancing. Big Willie Style, Will Smith.
Yeah, and here the tone shifts completely. It's less harsh critique, more like grudging admiration.
Grudging admiration, I like that. The author called him annoyingly good.
Exactly. And you could see why. I mean, think about Will Smith's career. Top Hollywood actor, Oscar nominee.
Fresh Prince alone was iconic.
Totally. Genuinely funny sitcom. And then he also manages to write and perform, really high standard hip hop. The blogger actually asked, geez, couldn't evolution have shared around the talent a bit more?
Huh. It's a fair question when someone's that multi-talented. So the album itself, Big Willie Style.
Described as a really smooth hip-hop album, lots of R&B influence in there, very polished.
Polished, right.
And apparently, any doubts about his actual rap skills were, quote, swiftly devoured by the first track y'all know.
Oh, yeah. What's that one like?
It's sharp, witty, kind of biographical about his success. Delivered really well.
And were there other standout tracks?
Yeah, Don't Say Nothing and Candy were mentioned as, like, genuinely solid hip-hop tracks that still hold up.
Okay.
But the big one, the undeniable highlight, according to the review, was Miami. That sort of laid-back, good-time party vibe.
Oh, everyone knows Miami. Total summer anthem.
Right. It's that perfect mix of pop, funk, R&B, hip-hop. Really defined that late 90s sound.
So the conclusion was, solid album, good stuff, but maybe not quite top tier.
pretty much. Solid album, high quality, fun, even some lyrical depth under the surface. But as the author put it, just not strong enough to reach the towering heights of the top two in this particular group.
And that's the tough part of this album quest format, isn't it? Sometimes really good just isn't iconic enough to advance.
Exactly. Very good loses out here.
Okay, so let's leave the eliminated albums behind. Now for the ones that made it through Group 166, the advancing pair.
All right. Securing second place and moving on in the tournament is Tina Turner's Deluxe collection.
The queen of rock and roll herself. Makes sense she'd rank high.
Absolutely. And the reason given was just immediate, you know?
Yeah.
That incredible voice. Fantastically powerful, soulful, and it just comes through so strongly on all 18 tracks here.
It's pure power, isn't it? The review called the material the epitome of rock pop.
Yeah, rock/pop. And the key phrase was that she manages that blend without ever compromising the musical impact. It always hits hard.
You definitely feel that force on the big anthems.
Oh, for sure. Tracks like What's Love Got to Do With It, We Don't Need Another Hero.
Simply the best.
Of course, simply the best. Just unparalleled energy. And listening to them back to back in this collection, the album quest really forces you to acknowledge the sheer weight of that consistent power.
But it wasn't just about power, was it? The review mentioned subtlety, too.
Right, she was a master vocalist, full stop. The blogger pointed out tracks like Cosa de la Vida, which is a great deeper cut, actually, and the super classy, almost defining track, Private Dancer.
Ah, yeah. Which, interestingly, the review notes was written by Mark Knopfler.
Which is such a cool detail. It shows she could take really sophisticated songwriting, even from different genres, and just own it, you know? Inject her soul into it.
She's a total powerhouse, deserved runner-up, setting that bar for consistent raw rock and pop quality.
Absolutely. A very strong second place.
Okay, drum roll. The winner of Group 166. And here's where it gets really interesting. First place goes to Madonna. Celebration.
Yep, Madonna takes it, defeating Tina Turner to win the group.
Wow. Okay, so why? What was the reasoning there? Tina Turner is such a force.
It's a fascinating comparison. The author really dug into why Madonna came out on top. And the core idea was this. Try to consciously put aside all the fame stuff, the showmanship, the controversies.
Right, the cultural noise around her.
Exactly. Yeah. And just listen to the songs on that compilation. When you do that, what apparently jumps out is just how brilliant and, crucially, how inventive a songwriter she is. Relentlessly so.
So the album title, Celebration, really fixed the finding then, a celebration of pop songwriting genius.
That's exactly the conclusion. But the key difference, maybe compared to Tina's consistent power, was Madonna's longevity and how she achieved it.
Okay, tell me more about that.
It boils down to creative diversity and adaptation. The author pinpoints her process, this diverse quality in her songwriting, but also how she stays contemporary by continuously collaborating with the fresh talent of the day.
So it's about reinvention through partnership.
Precisely. She mastered that.
Yeah.
You're not just getting one sound perfected over decades. You're getting a constantly shifting but consistently high-quality output.
That makes sense. You can hear that evolution across her career.
Totally. And the compilation shows it. You jump from, say, the William Orbit stuff like Ray of Light to the Timbaland track 4 minutes a decade later, and then you can go right back to early Nile Rodgers classics like A Virgin or Material Girl. She always had an ear for the right collaborator at the right time.
And that's why a big compilation like Celebration works so well in this album quest format, I guess. It shows the breadth.
Exactly. And what's really telling is that even this author, Greensterox, who clearly listens intently, found what they called forgotten gems on this best-of.
Forgotten gems on a greatest hits. How does that work?
Well, it's the methodology paying off again, right? You listen repeatedly. Sure, the monster hits are there, but the blogger was really struck by rehearing songs like Borderline, Open Your Heart, Crazy for You, Take a Bow.
Okay, yeah, big songs, but maybe not the very biggest ones you think of first.
Right, songs that were hits, but maybe got overshadowed by the sheer scale of her absolute smashes. He'd almost forgotten how good they were. It proved the incredible depth and quality across her entire back catalog.
So it was the sheer volume of quality evolving over time that clinched it for Madonna.
That seems to be the verdict. Relentless, evolving quality beat consistent power in this specific showdown.
So what does this all mean? Let's sum up Group 166. A very decisive result, it sounds like.
Absolutely. Top two, pop and rock royalty, clearly way ahead of the others.
The final rankings again were number 1, Madonna's Celebration.
Number 2, Tina Turner's Deluxe collection.
Number 3, Will Smith's Big Willie style.
And number 4, the farm's very best of the farm.
Okay, so the big takeaway for you listening to this album quest analysis.
Well, I think what really stands out is that contrast the quest highlights. You've got Tina Turner representing that sustained, unwavering rock pop power, never compromising her impact.
Right. Pure force.
And then you have Madonna representing diverse, constantly evolving songwriting genius, using collaboration, using reinvention to stay absolutely relevant.
And in this particular face-off, the evolution and sheer volume of high-quality material won out. Madonna's win wasn't just about fame, it was about the depth revealed by the head-to-head comparison forced by the album quest.
The whole rigorous process really just underlined her ongoing iconic status, rooted in that creative evolution. That's what secured the victory here.
A really powerful takeaway.